recipe for lust with love, right? That's what we want. We want them both. We need them both, actually, or else we're highly disappointed. So here's the recipe. Well, you got to think about why we need it first, because why wouldn't that just be natural? Well, see this? See where I am? Way high up. Way high up. That's where people start. They start so high. Instead of starting low down at the roots and building intimacy and closeness, they start way high up. This is the one, this is the woman, this is the man. And then they start presuming on each other's intimacies without knowing each other. They can't even pleasure each other well because they don't know each other to know what each other likes. I'm a Z! Woo! I know my dog loves to run free and be always around me in a big circle that's wide enough for him to have space. That's a lot of what everybody needs, you know? You need your freedom, but you need to have your orbit of love at the center. So here you go. People start in so fast and they burn each other out so quick. And then what happens is you can't lose that weight because you're afraid of letting in another person, and you want that protection, and you don't want to be so disappointed the guy's got his muddy boots on your table already. He's already demanding that you put out sexual things that have nothing to do with your preferences or feeling loved. She's treating you rudely. She's not even cooking for you while you're visiting her, and you're feeling like, what am I doing trapped at this lady's house? It's all because people start at the top instead of the bottom. So how do you deal with hot, lusty energy and get it to eventually, include love? Well, I would suggest to run the energy, to enjoy the energy, make out with each other and feel each other up and touch each other with no intention of going any further, with absolute dedication to not going any further. Because then if it doesn't work out, you're not going to hate each other. You'll only have fond memories. And you'll be able to move freely if you want to be with somebody else. You haven't slept with them. You've gotten to know them. You've felt. Because through kissing, you can feel auric connections, celestial energies if they're there. Through the breathing, through the breath, you can feel if your DNA is aligning, and if your heart is starting to feel, that they have the art of love in the way that you need to connect. Okay, that's all. That's all I suggest. Make out. Play hanky panky, and do not go all the way as you get to know people, and go to the roots one step at a time, and then you will reach the summit. The summit is where you get to eventually, from getting to know somebody and being patient with the things that are different than you and learning from them in a willing way. And this, darling, this commitment to allow yourself to have sexual energy, to have touch, to be loved and celebrated and enter the energy, it's going to help you run energy in a way where you can let go of weight. Because a lot of the weight we have is also because of lack of touch, lack of ever having sensual connection, because we're so busy warding off people. We don't ever give them a chance. And the other thing is, you might end up connecting with somebody you don't think it's going to work out with by making out with them, because they're not your usual type. And then you find out, wow, by going slow, you start to build some love and some emotional connection. And in that emotional connection, that's where all kinds of miracles begin to, begin. Okay.